Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, Ballet Quad Cities is leaping into its 29th season with bold performances, beloved classics, and plenty of ways for the community to get involved. Two of the company's dancers are here with a preview.
Plus, combining fashion with futuristic art in a Figgy exhibition showcasing shoes like you've never seen them before.
And think twice before scanning that QR code. Cyber criminals are using them in new ways to steal your information. Rouse Consulting Group will join us with how to spot the scam and protect yourself. Hello and welcome to Quad Cities Live on this Thursday, August 21st. Thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier.
And I'm Kyle Keel. Mercer County is getting ready to turn up the volume with its third annual Ride 17 Music Festival.
The free county-wide celebration is happening Saturday, September 13th with live music all day, food trucks, shopping, and plenty of fun in every corner of the county.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. Joining us now to talk all about it are Kayla Bustamante with Visit Merco and one of the performers, hometown musician Ryan Carrasco. Ryan and Kayla, thank you both for being here today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Ryan, we're going to hear a performance from you here in just a few minutes. But first, Kayla, we wanted to talk to you because this is a fairly newer festival in our area, and this really showcases all of Mercer County. So tell us more about what the Ride 17 Festival is all about.
So Ride 17 Music Festival is essentially a county-wide music festival in Mercer County, giving everyone a free day of music. And we also give free transportation throughout the day through a bus system, which is really nice because it kind of adds to the accessibility of the music festival.
Yeah.
You're able to get people where they want to go in that way. Ryan, so as I understand it, you grew up in Aledo.
Did.
So what's it like to be part of this festival that really kind of brings the whole community together?
It's awesome. There's been a lot of improvements downtown Aledo. It looks great. The town looks great, and it's an awesome opportunity for people to see that. And there's performances in all across the county, so it's just a really cool opportunity for everyone to see the county.
Yeah, from New Boston, New Aledo, all the way over to New Windsor, covers the whole entire county, as you mentioned. So, Kayla, tell us how this festival has grown here over the last few years.
Yeah.
I'm sure it gets bigger and better each and every year, which is why you have it back.
Yeah, I've seen growth over, because it's our third year, so it's definitely grown. And then this year we have our headliner, Susie Bogus, which is really exciting, and that itself shows the growth. And then we have a total of 10 performances throughout the county as well.
That's quite a few.
Yeah, so that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And Ryan, so I want to hear, where are you performing?
So I'll be performing in the Market Plaza downtown Aledo, which is right next to Central Park.
Okay.
From 1 to 3, I believe.
1 to 3 on that Saturday, September 13th. Tell us a little bit about your musical style.
So I play kind of a wide variety. It's one of the things, it's one of the things I try to stand behind is the fact that I can play whatever people want to hear wherever I'm at and whoever I'm playing for.
Yeah.
But country, Americana, that kind of folky kind of a sound is what a lot of my originals sound like, and a lot of what the main type of music I like to play.
Yeah, you're very good.
The people's musician, giving the people what they want.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kayla, we've also got other local musicians who are playing as well.
Yeah, so we have Ryan, we have Louis Knutson, Moonshine Run, we have Cold Crow Pie, Vital Signs.
Wow, I'm impressed that you're just able to name them off like that. You are
trying to list them all off.
You are very good at your job. Yes, because I'm looking at my list and I'm like, yep, she's nailing them. That's really cool. Ryan, what's it like to kind of play in front of your hometown crowd? I will say, like, full disclosure, I'm a big fan of Ryan Carrasco. I think he's amazing. But it's got to be a lot of fun to play in front of people that you essentially grew up with.
Oh yeah. I mean, I play a lot in town anyway. A lot of times I'm playing at local bars or festivals like this.
Yeah.
But playing in front of your hometown is really cool. A lot of family are going to be there and friends, and so it's just a lot of fun.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So it's a music festival, Kayla. So let's talk about the festival part. Obviously, we've got all these great musicians, but there's a lot of fun going on for the entire family.
Yeah, so there is Aledo Main Street's Harvest Hop that's going on. There's also a Sip and Shop at the Bean Field. And that's the other two main events additionally that are going on. Oh, and then the food truck Feud as well.
Oh,
and that's where
yes.
Fantastic Five is going to be, so that's
Yeah.
also really exciting.
Food truck feud. So this is what, you just have a bunch of them gathering, and
Yeah.
how does that all work?
So we have a few food trucks gathered, and then you kind of vote for your favorite one. Then at the end of it,
see.
whoever wins gets a little trophy.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so obviously a lot going on here throughout the festival. So what's the best way for someone to plan for the day?
We have you can go to the Visit Merco Facebook page, but we also have a Ride 17 Music Festival page, and that's where we
nice,
generally
okay.
post everything first, and then we'll usually share it to the Visit Merco page.
Okay.
So if you want like the first
Yeah.
thing seen,
Yeah.
then
There's
it'll
a
be
wealth of
Facebook.
information out there available to us. And before we wrap up this segment, Ryan, you're going to be playing for us here in just a few minutes. So tell us about the song that you're going to be playing.
Yeah, it's a fairly new song that I have written in the last couple weeks. Just a simple, fun song called Never Look Back. Just about sometimes you feel like you just need to get out of town and never come back to it, and let down your hair and get out of town.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
think
a fun one.
people can identify with
Yeah,
that.
most definitely. And talk more about the headliner, Kayla, again. What kind of type of music does she play?
She is country music.
Country, yes.
Yeah, and then she is also originally from Aledo.
Oh,
No
she
kidding.
is?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Well, that is a fun little fact to drop. I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to get, there's another artist from Aledo we'd like to get over there. But for now, we have Susie Bogus, and that's very exciting. And a lot of people are excited about that as well. We're hoping for
absolutely.
a good turnout.
So you're not going to name drop?
I can, Margot Price.
All right,
That's what we
Marco,
wanna, yeah,
if
that's
you're
what
watching.
we're trying to get over here, but
Maybe next year, right?
Bring them
I
all.
hope so.
Yeah,
Bring
there
them
we
all
go.
back,
Well,
yeah.
Mercer County's Ride 17 Music Festival is set for Saturday, September 13th. It is free to attend with music throughout the county, along with shopping, food, and drinks, as we mentioned. If you want to learn more, you can head to the website, visitmerco.com, and click on the events calendar. And you can also find information on the event Facebook page. Thank you, Kayla. And Ryan, we're going to hear your performance coming up right after the break, so we're looking forward to that.
Yes, and also coming up on QCL, Ballet Quad Cities is kicking off a season full of variety and excitement. We're getting a preview of what audiences can expect after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
And welcome back to QCL.
As we mentioned before the break, you can catch Ryan Carresco performing his music Saturday, September 13th as part of the Ride 17 Music Festival. But right now, he's treating us to a performance of his song, Never Look Back.
Back with all the things you think of me. That's what I told her. Especially that old cotton dress that likes to hang off of your shoulder. 'Cause the car's gassed up, quit my job. This town's about to make me give up. And I need to see the mountains and the trees. With you, it'll make me feel never looking back. So hop on in, let down your hair. We won't stop till we get there. Oh, my lovely, you know me. I can't ever say what I need, and I don't know where we're ready for. I just know that we're headed out that door. And you by my side, we're never looking back. By this time next week, we won't know where we're at, and it's where we'll be. And you'll ask for a song we know instead of my talk radio. And I said only if you'll sing, just like the time that you sang karaoke, Shania Twain. Feet on the dash, the open road, getting lost and blowing smoke. And when we get to where we're going, wherever it is, I think we'll know it. change our names, live different lives, not give two cares. It'll be alright. Oh, my lovely, you know me. I can't ever say what I need, and I don't know where we're headed for. Just know that we're headed out that door. Just need you by my side, we're never looking back. By this time next week, we won't know where we're at. It's where we'll be. Oh, my lovely, you know me. I can't ever say what I need, and I don't know where we're headed for. I just know that headed out that door. Just need you by my side, we're never looking back. By this time next week, we won't know where we're at.
Nicely done, Ryan. Thank you so much. And you can catch Ryan Koresko performing as part of the Ride 17 Music Festival in Mercer County on Saturday, September 13th. He will be at Aledo Main Street's Harvest Hop from 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If you want to learn a little bit more about Ryan Koresko and where you can catch him playing live outside of that festival, be sure to follow him on Facebook. That's Ryan Koresko Music. Once again, Ryan, thank you so much for that performance here on QCL.
Well, Ballet Quad Cities is kicking off an exciting season of dance. Now entering its 29th season, the organization is bringing audiences a mix of timeless classics, bold new works, and community-focused performances. Joining us now to share what's ahead is Emily Kate Long. Welcome back.
Thanks, Morgan. It's great to be back.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you in the studio. Many good things to come with Ballet Quad Cities. Now, we mentioned that the organization is entering its 29th season. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is exciting. The longevity there is huge. So tell us what makes this lineup so special.
Our season is extremely exciting this year. We have 2 performances at the Spotlight Theater this weekend, August 23rd and 24th. Saturday night at 7 and Sunday at 2. Ballet Off the Lawn. We've done our season kickoff for the past several years at the Outing Club, but with all of the hot weather and rain, we decided to move things indoors this year.
Make it a little more reliable in that respect.
Yes, so there are 4 different works on the program, including the 10th anniversary of Courtney Lyon's Bolero. If audiences haven't seen it, they will be mesmerized.
Oh, wow.
It is not one to miss. The whole company will be on stage for the opening piece, and it really just shows off the athleticism and the artistry of these great athletes that we have, and artists living and working right here in our community. And as part of that performance also, we have 2 different fundraisers going. As you mentioned, our organization does a tremendous amount of community outreach. So audience members will have the opportunity to sponsor a 3rd grade student to attend the Nutcracker Student Matinee. And they'll also have the opportunity to sponsor a pair of pointe shoes for one of our female dancers.
Oh my goodness.
For those that are not familiar, pointe shoes run about $150 a pair.
Yes.
Each dancer goes through between 15 and 20 pairs every season.
Kidding.
So it's a lot of shoes that we go through around the studio.
That's for sure. Okay, so I want to back up a little bit to this weekend.
Yes.
Okay, so Ballet Off the Lawn. This is really the kickoff to the season. It's very, very exciting, I know, for everybody involved. And Bolero and Courtney Lyons. Tell me a little bit about Courtney, because I hear her name all over everything, her choreography, and she's really made such an impact on the artistry of what you all do. So talk about the way that she works and how she kind of likes to switch things up and make things new and different every year.
It's really exciting for me to see Bolero again, because I was part of the original cast.
Okay.
This will be Courtney's 15th season as artistic director of the company, and the piece was created over the span of like 3 days.
No
at
kidding.
the end of the 2015 season for a gala performance that, and it was designed to be performed in the round. It's 5 dancers, 4 folding chairs. The score is Ravel's Bolero, which people
Yes.
may or may not be familiar with, or you might know it when you hear it.
You may not know it, but then when you hear it,
So it's extremely repetitive. It's 2 different melodies that the orchestra just repeats over and over and over and over with different instrument groupings. So the whole piece is this sort of interesting, like, I've heard people describe it as looking like clockwork or like machinery or like people waiting for the train or people in an elevator. It's a really, really
I have heard the
fascinating
same
piece.
thing, Emily, that it's a can't miss, absolutely. While we have the time, I want to talk about a little bit about what's coming up for the rest of the season.
Yes.
So a spooky favorite is coming back, more Twisted Tales of Poe. This is a fan favorite.
Yes, so some works will be repeats, some pieces will be brand new. They're all based off of the works of Edgar Allan Poe. That will also be at the Spotlight Theater.
Yes, people love
Yes.
this. Like can't miss every year. And of course, the holiday season is not complete without the Nutcracker. Certainly is true for me and my daughter. It is a tradition at this point to go see it. And describe that tradition. I mean, truly, it's a can't miss for all kinds of people across the area.
It's such a favorite, and Ballet Quad Cities production is unique. It's a little different every year, so a lot of people who go year after year love to see those little Easter eggs that get hidden, and audiences will actually get a little teeny tiny sample of a contemporary-ish Nutcracker solo Sugar Rum Fairy at Ballet Off the Lawn. So it's a little jazzy take on the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Okay, I love to hear that. Looking ahead, performing Romeo and Juliet, a love story. So you guys are going to bring something new to this timeless classic.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so that
it's
will
a
be
very
coming up this season.
abstract architectural production. That'll be in February at Galvin Fine Arts Center, and then we close our season with a premiere of The Wickedest City in America, of course, which refers to Davenport.
Well, yes.
That'll be a brand new ballet, choreographed by yours truly, and that will also be at Galvin in April.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That is
you.
very exciting.
So we've got a great lineup.
You do.
Don't miss Ballet Off the Lawn. It's going to be an awesome show. It's a great way to support the company, support the work that we do in the community, bring as many 3rd graders to see the Nutcracker as we can. That student matinee, oh my gosh, we've sold it out for the past 2 or 3 years, and
I can't believe it.
I will tell you, the dancers also often say, like, that's our favorite performance.
It's a special day.
There is nothing like the Adler Theater packed with a bunch of 10-year-olds.
I can imagine.
It's amazing
I
energy.
can imagine.
It's amazing
Amazing
energy.
in many ways.
And it's a really valuable experience for those young kids.
It is, to introduce them to that. Well, you can help Ballet Quad Cities kick off its 29th season this weekend by attending this weekend's performances at the Spotlight Theater in Moline. It is Saturday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. and Sunday, August 24th at 2 p.m. And to learn more about upcoming shows and purchase your tickets, of course, visit balletquadcities.com. Emily Kate Long, thank you so much for being here today and talking with us about it. Yes, we're very excited for the season. So thank you. Just ahead on QCL, an up-close look at the Future Now exhibition at the Figge Art Museum featuring shoes as works of art.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Step into the future, literally, with an exhibition underway now at the Figge Art Museum showcasing shoes as works of art. It's called Future Now, Virtual Sneakers to Cutting Edge Kicks, and it's on view through August 31st. Time's a ticking. Joining us today is Joshua Johnson, co-senior curator at the Figge. Joshua, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here and chatting about this with us, because again, as we mentioned, there's like a little more than a week left for folks to go out and see this really cool Future Now exhibition. So tell us a little bit about it and why you think it's a must-see for people.
Yeah, so even if people aren't necessarily interested in sneakers or shoes, this is really the story of innovation and the kind of development of design, really since the Industrial Revolution up to the present. So we're looking at shoemaking from really the very tail end of the 19th century to shoes that aren't even in production yet, shoes that are still being designed as we speak. And you know, there's really some amazing things in this exhibition in terms of innovation. So if you're interested in kind of unique materials or things that are environmentally friendly, or shoes that relate to anime or gaming and virtual reality, then this exhibition's really for you.
Yeah, and I think you kind of just like probably perked up so many people that were like, wait a second. And now we've got some photos and images on the screen of some of these. They look like sculptures, a lot of them, clearly works of art. Tell us a little bit more about the types of materials that we would be surprised are being used, or at least how some of these are being created.
Yeah, so there's some really amazing materials in these. So some of the most innovative is probably the ones made out of mushroom leather. So these are ones that are like grown, and then when you're done with the shoes, the idea is that you can compost them and they biodegrade.
So a sustainable shoe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's even now a prototype that's referenced in the exhibition where you can actually grow your own shoes at home out of a cornstarch material around a mold made of your foot. And then the idea is that this is perfectly made for you, and then at the end of your wearing time, again, you throw it in the compost heap and it's done.
Yeah.
But there's 3D printed shoes. There's also shoes that are made from reclaimed plastics that are coming from fishing nets from the ocean that are then made into new materials. A lot of 3D printing too, and some of the 3D printed shoes are incredible, things you wouldn't even think could go on a foot.
Yeah, I love looking at these images. They span such a wide variety of what you'll see there. Exhibitions like this one, where you have a lot of different examples and there's a lot of variety there, oftentimes connect to a bigger cultural theme. Do you feel like any of that is present in this exhibition?
I mean, I think the main theme is just kind of innovation, how we continue to try and push things forward. What's the new envelope? And it's really interesting because, all of these, as you mentioned, are kind of little sculptures.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a question of, if you had to design a shoe, what would you do with it? Would you make it compostable? Would you make it out of 3D printing? Would you make, the big red boots that are in the exhibition that took the internet by storm?
Yes.
That makes you look kind of like a Smurf. But, what do you do with these things? And it's an interesting question about kind of identity, but also what is kind of the very edge of technology right now as in shoes.
No, I love that answer so much. So in addition to all the artwork that's there, the Figgy is, of course, making an impact as it does locally through a partnership with an organization called Kicks for Kids. So tell us a little bit about the organization and how the community can get involved with that.
Yeah, so Kicks for Kids is a local organization, as you mentioned, that is collecting unused shoes to be distributed to local school children in the area.
Okay.
And when we started to think about this exhibition, it's like, this is really an opportunity to partner with this organization and try and give back. So we have been collecting shoes throughout the run of the exhibition. So if people want to participate, we invite them to bring their unused shoes into the museum. There's a receptacle for them in the vestibule, which is too many syllables to fit in one sentence. But you bring in your shoes and they will distribute them to needy kids throughout the community.
I love that. I think that's such a great thing to do, and yeah, it's really top of mind when you're seeing kind of these like lavish shoe creations, and then on the other end of the spectrum, you're really thinking about the kids that really don't have what they need even to just go to school every day. So yeah, kudos to the Figgy on partnering with them for that. Before we let you go, out of this entire exhibition, Future Now, do you have a favorite pair of shoes?
Yeah, I've kind of become an architecture fanatic, so there's a pair designed by Zaha Hadid, who is a very famous and well-known architect that unfortunately passed away in 2016. But there's a pair of these metallic heels in the exhibition that look like a tiny encapsulation of one of our buildings that you can wear on your feet. They're amazing. They're the first pair of shoes that you see when you enter the exhibition. I might have been biased in their placement, but they're incredible to see.
Yeah, curator's dibs. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And if you want to check out Future Now, virtual sneakers to cutting-edge kicks before the exhibition is gone, you have until August 31st. It is on the 4th floor gallery. To learn more about other exhibitions and events happening at the Figgy, just visit figgyartmuseum.org. Joshua, as always, thanks for chatting with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Still to come in our second half hour, celebrating 3 decades of helping businesses stay secure. Rouse Consulting Group will join us with a look at QR code phishing and ways to avoid it. And shrinking under eye bags, yes please, and smoothing wrinkles in just 10 minutes, we are putting Plexiderm to the test.
And we have temperatures that are in the upper 70s to low 80s. Maybe a touch humid out there, but certainly a lot more comfortable than the last couple of days. And I tell you what, some of these numbers will be hard to reach here heading toward the end of the weekend. We'll talk about a little fall preview coming up in your First Alert forecast, all in the second half of Quad Cities Live.
Accurate and reliable. This is your First Alert forecast with meteorologist Kyle Keel.
Well, it's been a very nice, really awesome day across eastern Iowa and western Illinois, especially compared to what we've had. But if you like today, you're really going to think that this weekend's awesome and cool, because the temperatures literally will be cooler, because we are going to be tracking lows in the 40s and 50s and highs, not even making it to 78 in some locations. That's a Temperature right now in the Quad Cities, at least at the airport in Moline, but that dew point is what really makes the difference. 64 degrees. So those dew points will be dropping here in the days ahead. Kind of holding steady though as we head over the next couple of days, at least today and tomorrow. But as we look at the temperatures tonight, we're gonna have lows down to 60 degrees, so they fall close to where that dew point is. So those dew points will likely fall into the upper 50s. And with that dew point and the temperature close, could be some patchy areas of fog here as you wake up early on your Friday morning. But through the day Friday, things looking really nice. We will see a mix of sun and clouds, probably a little more cloud cover in the afternoon than what we saw around here today, but temperatures do make it back into the low to middle 80s. As for the weekend, overall looking really good. Very nice weather, I will say, for the Quad City Air Show, at least compared to what we've had some years with severe weather and the heat. We'll have high temperatures here Saturday in the low 80s. This 20% chance of rain covers really the first few hours near sunrise on Saturday as a cold front moves through. Not expecting anything widespread nor heavy. Sunday looks to be a really nice day. Behind that cold front, we'll have those northwesterly winds bringing the cooler temperatures and the lower dew points. 74 for the high here as we head into Sunday, and that's when our comfort level is going to be really nice on the mugging meter. We'll have dew points down in the lower 50s, so it's going to feel awesome here heading into the end of the weekend. As we look at the satellite right now, we finally got rid of that deck of clouds here in portions of northwestern Illinois, allowing for some sunshine. In fact, that's where we have the most sunshine in the viewing area, ironically, as opposed to most of the clouds earlier this morning. High pressure is sliding off to the east, and that cold front you saw off to our northwest, that slides in here heading into tomorrow night. As for tonight, there's your patchy fog possibility early in the morning, maybe a couple of clouds here, and that will continue here throughout the day. Notice here off to the west, that's where that cold front gets into portions of central Iowa by early Friday evening. As that slides through overnight, we might squeeze out a sprinkle and maybe a couple of showers. Exact Track trying to kind of paint that picture here for us early Saturday morning, but once we get through the morning hours, we'll have lots of sunshine heading into the afternoon, and that will be the case heading into Sunday as well. Check out these temperatures. We're talking low to mid 70s early next week with overnight lows in the 40s and 50s.
For 30 years, Rouse Consulting Group has helped businesses navigate an ever-changing tech landscape, from Y2K concerns, you can remember that, to remote work during the pandemic, and now today's AI-driven threats. One of the latest risks making headlines is quishing, or code phishing, QR codes. Okay, so joining us now to explain is Eric Van Spybrook from Rouse Consulting Group to explain what it is, why it's on the rise, and what we should know to stay safe and avoid all that. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Morgan.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, congratulations to the entire team on 30 years. We're celebrating a lot of milestones today.
Yeah, certainly proud of that. 30 years for any organization is a big milestone.
Yeah.
I would say in our industry, it's pretty revolutionary. If you can imagine, the internet's only been publicly available for 28 years. So we've been helping organizations with world-class IT support predating the internet.
Oh my gosh, I would love to just sit down with you one of these days and go back through just the evolution of the internet and everything that has come since then, because it's true. I remember being in like junior high and high school, and like, you know, you had just the blue monitor background and the white font, and that's all we had. So yeah, looking back, how has cybersecurity really evolved over these decades?
Yep, so as you can imagine, cybersecurity is probably the most dynamic part of our business, right? It's that area that's always changing, ever evolving, and as a organization, you need to stay relevant or vigilant in keeping your basket of goods up to date to meet today's threats. And so that's something that we pride ourselves on in the 30 years of being in business, is staying relevant and not content or stagnant in what we offer our clients and solutions.
Yeah, I think that is really the number one thing that an organization like yours would have to do to stay relevant. Well, we're talking about something very specific today as well. It is called quishing. So tell us what this is for viewers who haven't heard the term. I mean, we were giggling about it, not you and me, of course, but me and Claire, our producer here on the show. It's a funny word, but it's not a funny thing.
Yep, it's just a new evolution of hacking, right? So everybody's heard of email-style phishing attempts.
Yep.
We've been talking about this, of the new age text messaging or SMS messaging or smishing attempts of trying to target through text messaging. Quishing is just a new form of that, utilizing malicious QR codes in order to gain access to devices, information, or data.
Okay, well, we see QR codes everywhere now. I feel like it's really ramped up, especially since the pandemic, right? That's how you get your menu at a restaurant. That's how you pay invoices a lot of times right now. It's on a lot of public signage. Who would want to use this? What are they after in using a QR code?
Yep, so bad actors are understanding of how people operate, right? So QR codes are curious, right?
Yeah.
So you see a QR code in the wild and you think, well, I kind of want to know where that goes to, right? So the bad guys are using that for their own gain and putting these wild QR codes out there so that people just mistakenly or curiously want to allure them to click on them.
And just give over their information. Okay, so obviously certain types of businesses and teams are going to be more vulnerable to this kind of attack. So I want to talk with you about some practical steps that business leaders can take just to protect against specifically threats like quishing.
Yep, so first off, you want to have every business have a very dynamic and ongoing recurring security awareness training. So this is training that happens every month. The type of training is dynamic, so it's changing every month, basically evolving to today's threats. So you'd have training specifically related to quishing and understanding what to be mindful of, unprovoked or unwanted QR codes that are sent to you, either through email or text messaging. Kind of be mindful of that.
Right.
And understand how to target those, right? And so even though you might see something that's relevant, if you use today's technology, you can use a scanner and it'll pop open that URL or website. So you can verify where you're going before you actually click through, right?
Yeah.
And so that's on the employee side. If you're a business owner, you want to make sure you're reviewing your cyber liability insurance to ensure that it is going to protect you from a phishing, quishing, or smishing style of attacks.
That was very good. That would have been a tongue twister for me to do. And then just staying alert, right? We talk a lot about AI generated within the workplace at this point. So that is something that I feel like you have spoke about quite frequently that business leaders really need to be vigilant about.
Communication is going to be the key, right? These threats are changing all the time. They're using new age technologies, AI, QR codes, and having that constant communication to your employees, to your clients that, hey, these style of attacks are out there, be mindful of them, and treat every single message, whether it's a QR code, email, or text, as a potential threat.
Okay, and before we wrap up with you, and you touched on this a little bit, but what are a couple of red flags that people should be looking for, individuals now, not businesses, everyday consumers, when it comes to this?
Right, so I think I said it before, that QR in the wild, right? Receiving unprovoked, unwanted QR codes, emails, text messages, seeing QR codes in the day-to-day public that that you're not asking for, that typically have some sort of incentive tied to them, right?
Sure.
There's a deal, there's a coupon. Those are what the attackers are using to allure people to click on them. So just be mindful of that.
Yes, we have to be mindful, overly aware these days. Okay, well, thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about Rouse Consulting Group and how a partnership can benefit your business, just visit them on the web at rouseit.com. That'll get you where you need to go. Eric, once again, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Morgan.
Yes, of course. Still to come on Quad Cities Live, a skincare product that visibly reduces under-eye bags and wrinkles. We'll get details on a rapid reduction serum called Plexiderm.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
We are seeing a lot about Plexiderm, either on social media or on TV. They promise to help shrink your under-eye bags and hide your wrinkles from view. Well, if you haven't tried it, get ready to be amazed. Today, we are joined by lifestyle consultant Annette Figueroa. Annette, thanks for being here today.
Of course, thank you for having me. And I'm always so happy to talk about Plexiderm. I use it, my dad uses it. This product is amazing.
Yeah, it's always good when you really believe in the product. It's so much easier to share that way. And I want to start, Annette, with some of the most incredible before and afters. We're going to put them up on the screen. Describe what we're seeing here.
Yeah, so you're looking at real people with real problems. And this is the dramatic results that you can expect to see when you use Plexiderm. Not only does it make you look more refreshed, but what I love about it, it's a confidence booster, because when you look good, you feel good. You're also looking at Samantha, and she's beautiful, but she has struggled with the under-eye puffiness and the little bit of dark circles at a very young age, which can really make you look tired. And look at the dramatic results here. You look refreshed, more youthful, and like you had the best sleep of your life. And to be honest, that's exactly what I use it for, because I don't remember the last time I had an 8 hours night of sleep.
Yeah, truly. And those before and after images are amazing. Like the work that this does is incredible. You wouldn't think that this takes just 10 minutes. Okay, so you hear Plexiderm. If you've never heard of it before, you might think I have to go to a doctor to try this out. This is actually just a topical serum.
Yeah, so it's a simple serum you do in the convenience and privacy of your own home, just like you said. You're going to apply it to a clean, dry face, and you're going to wait the full 10 minutes. And I always say, take some me time. If you haven't used it before, though, watch this happen or take a before and after picture because you're going to be speechless. It really does turn back the clock. And what it does is it creates an invisible layer that tightens and smooths the skin right before your eyes. They use silicates found in shale clay. I have very sensitive skin. It has never bothered me once. And I call it literally my Rise Plexiderm and Shine because that's what you do once you use it.
Yeah, incredible. And I know you were talking a little bit about the time-lapse video. We just played it again, and it really does show within 10 minutes how big of a difference it makes with just a topical serum. Can you tell us about any studies that may have been done on Plexiderm? I know there have been a couple of recent studies.
Absolutely. So 2 studies in February 2019, one on the effectiveness, the other one how long it lasted. We saw an 80% reduction around the eye area. That is the top reason why people use Plexiderm. A 74% reduction around the mouth area and an 85% reduction around the forehead area. That's actually where I use it. And I had done an internet search. How to get rid of the forehead lines? It said pretty much by injection only. Well, I think you need to give Plexiderm a try first. And how long it lasts? Up to 10 hours as long as you don't get it wet. So stay out of the rain, don't jump in the pool, and you're good to go.
Okay, that's wonderful. And it works on the wrinkles too. So I think that's a question that everyone has. Obviously, we all want to take care of our under eye bags and our dark circles, but the fact that it also can work on wrinkles and 10 hours is a really long time. I mean, that's longer than a work day for most of us.
Yeah, so it is up to 10 hours, but let me tell you, when I use Plexiderm, it works for me most of the day.
Wow.
And another thing that I love to tell people is it works incredible with water-based cosmetics. Make sure it's water-based, but also less makeup because you have less to cover up, which is my favorite part.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, because you want everyone with under eye bags and wrinkles to give this a try, you actually have a really great trial offer for the people that are watching us today.
Yes, we have an incredible offer. We have a 6-day, 6-application trial pack for $14.95. Free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee. All you have to do is call 1-800-694-7019. This is for men, women, anybody that wants to look more youthful, feel like themselves, step out with confidence. Plexiderm will do just that.
Awesome. Okay, well, we just put the QR code up on the screen so that folks could utilize that. And of course, giving our viewers a chance to take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, as we talked about. Well, today, just as Annette was talking about, you can try it. Again, $14.95 with free shipping. All you have to do is visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen. It's the number that Annette was just talking about. So again, that's plexidermtrial.com, and there's the phone number for you, 1-800-694-7019. Again, 10 minutes a day, you put it on, you go make yourself a cup of coffee, and Annette, it sounds like we're just ready to get on with our day at that point.
Yes, absolutely, and with confidence.
All right. Well, Annette, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us all about it.
Thank you so much for having me, Morgan.
Of course. And today is Thursday, so you know what that means. Our Throwback Thursday segment is next with one trip down memory lane taking us to the year 2012. Friday on Quad Cities Live, hydrate and nourish your skin with holistic, non-toxic products that are locally made. We welcome Profusion Skincare to the show. Plus, fashion-forward wedding dresses from pearls to prints. See the latest styles from Hope's Bridal. That and more Friday at 3 on QCL. Well, it is Thursday, and that means it is time for our Throwback Thursday
TBT
segment.
Yeah.
We're going to start with you. There's a little sound on it, though. Do you need to preface it with anything?
There is, yeah. So I think a while back when we started this segment, I said one day we'll be able to look at some of my college weather things. I guess today's come because I didn't have any other. I actually came across a photo and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to find this weathercast. I tried to go back and find my first one ever done, but YouTube, not everything was posted on YouTube back in 2011. So this is from November of 2012. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a great Thursday. We had a beautiful fall day out there today. We had high temperature around 49 degrees, and we started off the day around 28, so not really far from our averages. And across the United States, many people are seeing a nice fall day because there's not really much precipitation
You're really good.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I was hoping to like laugh a little bit.
Oh, I laughed and cringed when I saw it, but that's how we think of ourselves, right? Yeah, so they didn't have a broadcast meteorology program, so the journalism department invited meteorology students to come on, and basically we had to use graphics from the National Weather Service and then PowerPoint. It was literally, I mean, that's essentially how I describe what our weathercasts are, our PowerPoint presentation. So we literally used PowerPoint and did a green screen, so.
You seem, even like, we're not listening to it anymore,
Yeah.
but you seem like really comfortable.
Yeah, I was, and the news director, I was telling you guys this before, he was like, oh yeah, you're great, and then when I actually got my first job, I realized like, oh, this is the real deal, and I just got in my head, and I was not that great. But I just listening to this, you know, the oversized suit, I think that's kind of a prerequisite for men in TV. You gotta wear that oversized suit in college. But yeah, I figured out
the same.
I figured out the hair. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Yeah, it was what, 13 years ago now.
Yeah.
But the voice is what I noticed, the high-pitched voice, which I think a lot of us have that when we first started in TV.
Yep.
Eric agrees. Eric agrees, and I know that some people have had to go through voice training.
I didn't even notice that either. I just thought you sounded great.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
just
you.
younger. Just younger.
Much younger, yeah. Much
Yeah.
younger.
Well, speaking of younger, so today is Unpack Your Backpack. Finally, for school's
The night
finally
has come.
School's finally starting for Darby next week. So my throwback is her previous two Unpack Your Backpacks. So that was her going into kindergarten in 2023, and Miss Gothi's class, one of her all-time favorite teachers, and then her other all-time favorite teacher. She only had two. So this.
We know where this is going each and every year.
Yeah. She loves teachers, right? She's at that age. Like the teachers are heroes for sure. So those are my throwbacks from kindergarten, Unpack Your Backpack, and then from first grade. And then I'll have a new, hopefully, photo if she'll even let me take one for second
is she getting
grade.
to that age?
She's already getting sassy on me.
Boy.
So
yeah,
we'll see.
I've seen a lot of my parent friends being like, I wanted to get a picture, but they wouldn't let me.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I hope I can stave
How
that
cute.
off a little bit longer.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching Quad Cities Live.
Your local news at 4 with Sharon is coming up next. We'll see you back here tomorrow.